Alright y'all, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a bacon and double cheese quiche. For this, we obviously have a package of bacon. We have some white pepper, some thyme, some unsalted butter, some salt, all-purpose flour, eggs, some half and half. Then for our cheeses, we are using a mozzarella cheese and we are using a mild cheddar cheese. So first things first, we're going to whip up this crust. Alright y'all, so for our crust, we're going to go ahead and start by making 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Alright, and then we went ahead and melted our stick of butter. And then we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And now we're just going to go ahead and start folding this together. And once we have our butter incorporated, we're going to add about a tablespoon of cold water at a time and incorporate that. Alright y'all, so what we've gone and done is we wound up mixing about 4 tablespoons in. Now this is going to be a very flaky and drier dough, and we want that. So we're just going to go ahead and sit this in the fridge now while we work on the rest of our steps. Alright y'all, so now we have our pound of bacon. And all we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and cube it up. Doesn't have to be the cutest cubes. Doesn't have to be the smallest, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be cut into small pieces. So you don't want them too big. If you want to cut them small, that's up to you. You can, just as long as they're not too big. Alright y'all, so now once we have our bacon chopped up, we're just going to go ahead and move this over to a skillet. Remember, smaller better. It doesn't have to be uniform. We're not going for perfection here, we're just going for taste. So we're going to go ahead and move this over to the skillet. Alright y'all, so all we're going to go ahead and do now is saute this up, cook it, and we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so once we get this browned up, all we're going to go ahead and do is transfer it over to, we're just going to dump this out on a plate that's got a good layer of paper towels on it to drain. And then we'll move on to our next step. Alright, so we've preheated our oven to 350 degrees. Now this is a very dry and crumbly crust. We want that. We're just going to work it around our pie pan until we have it completely worked up. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Let me get mine done. Alright y'all, so what we went ahead and did is we crumbled up the crust because it is a dry and flaky crust. It's supposed to be a crumbly crust. And then we just kind of manipulated around the bowl until around our pie pan, until we had a good uniform crust. Now at 350 degrees, we're going to go ahead and throw this in our oven for 10 minutes. And while that is in there, we're going to mix up the rest of our filling and we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so for our filling, we're going to take 4 eggs. Alright, so to our 4 eggs, we're going to add 1.5 cups of our half and half. And then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of our white pepper. And then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of our dried thyme. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and whisk this up really well. And then we'll bring you back. Y'all, so our pie crust pre-baked for 10 minutes. All we're going to go ahead and do is dump in our mixed egg mixture. Alright, so then we're just going to go ahead and dump in our bacon. Now we don't have that deep of a pie dish, so it's not going to take all of our bacon. And then we're just going to take a handful of our mild cheddar, sprinkle that on top. We're going to take a handful of our mozzarella, sprinkle that in. And now we're going to go ahead and throw this into our oven for 30 minutes at that 350 degrees. We'll bring it back. Alright y'all, and there you have it, our double cheese bacon quiche. And all that's left is to serve this up to friends and family. I hope you like this recipe, and if you do, click that like and subscribe button down below. And until next time, keep on cooking on.